So the PS5 Pro rumor is back up more than ever, and a lot more people are talking about it. Now, the PS5 Pro rumor has been going on since beginning of this year now, and people are debating whether there actually is going to be a PS5 Pro. Now, do I think there is? Maybe. I don't know. There's not announced anything, but the reason it kind of doesn't make any sense is because, well, the PS5 is still a capable console, isn't it? I mean, we're entering territories now where should we really need a mid-gen refresher console anymore? You know, especially as consoles get more powerful and can last more longer without needing or struggling that much. I mean, these consoles, again, surely they're still able to keep their power there. I understand after a few years, I mean, we are, again, I think we're 4 years into these console life cycles. Unfortunately, things are going to hit these consoles pretty fucking hard. That's just how it works, unfortunately. And again, these consoles are going to get a lot more weaker, and they aren't going to perform as well as they did day one launch. Menus are going to get more buggier, more slower. Just the overall experience isn't going to be what it was like the first year the console came out, and that's very much understandable. Again, PCs, they get brand new hardware every 2 years, every 1 to 2 years, you know, so they're kept up on their content, their power and stuff like that. Whereas consoles, they gotta wait 7 years really, unless they have unless someone picks up the Pro model of a console. Then you have a normal console life cycle is about 7 or 8 years, around about there. Maybe a little bit longer, depending on if anything happens in the world. They may have revealed them a lot earlier than consoles. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, again, they did release them quite a rough time. There was a pandemic on, so that definitely did affect the consoles to begin with, and it stopped people being able to get them. And I know they made a very limited amount, and they kept making limited amounts, and it was annoying that. Only ability to buy limited. So if they do actually come up with the PS5 Pro, I would really love them to actually just release a bunch and try to eliminate scalpers, because that really needs to happen. However, there is a new leak that has surfaced on Twitter. Now, this PS5 Pro actually doesn't look that crazy. A lot of people were saying it was going to be a lot bigger. However, it looks like it is a little bit bigger than the PS5 Slim. Now, these are, I think, concept images. I don't know where these images have actually come from. I think they've been rendered. I don't know where they've come from, these images, to be quite honest with you. I don't know if they're sort of Sony official images or whatever, and they've just slipped out. I don't actually know. However, it's rumored that the PS5 Pro will be the same style as the PS5 Slim. However, it will have 3 noticeable vents on the side. And it will, again, the shape will resemble very much of the PS5 Slim, which, again, I think is a lot more better design-wise, and obviously, again, the PS5, I think they shrunk the motherboard down with the PS5 Slim, which is pretty impressive. I think the power supply as well, they shrunk down to compact down. I think it's small in the Xbox Series X now, right? I think so, I'm not too sure. Vents on the side, apparently there's going to be a September announcement for it as well. Now, there is definitely a PlayStation showcase. I don't exactly know when. But there definitely is a PlayStation showcase around the corner someday. Some people are saying September. It definitely will happen this year. Although they've left it a little bit late. But maybe that's again because of the PS5 Pro, the reason they've left it late. I don't exactly know. I'm sure they're going to release, if they are going to release PS5 Pro, it's going to be released before a Christmas or a holiday. Because again, that's when people have like buying stuff, and that's quite a smart time to release consoles and to release bigger hardware things and stuff like that. Sort of near the end of the year, when people are buying things, Christmas presents and stuff like that, people are more likely to purchase and go out and buy a console like this, and it helps along. Now, I don't know when it's gonna. It says September announcement. I'm gonna say maybe October release date, unless they release it on the exact day they announce it. I don't know. I don't think so. They'll probably do a pre-order, like they did with the PlayStation Portal. I don't know. I think that was like a month later it came out after it was announced. I think so. So it'll probably be a pre-order. Now the console does look it's going to be a same style as the PS5 Slim. Now, I don't know the power output of this. Some people are saying this is going to be some bottleneck system, and the bottleneck will be absolutely wild on this. I don't know. I don't know what the bottleneck will be like on the PS5 Pro or the PS5 Slim Pro. Yeah, it's a little bit weird how it's using the shit. I mean, I'm not going to complain. That's if it's energy efficient. It doesn't take up a crazy amount of space, and the cooling is pretty good on it, then I really hope. But again, I don't know if this leaked image is actually true, so take it with a grain of salt. It's just an image that's been floating around, but I guess it could look like that. Yeah, it seems like they're sticking very much with the design. Yeah, does it look cool? Yeah, kind of looks cool. But I guess it's kind of pointless. I don't know. I don't know if we really need a PS5 Pro again. I don't know how the current consoles are. Again, it's rumored that even Grand Theft Auto Digital Foundry has come out and said, Grand Theft Auto 6, may not even run at 60 FPS on the PS5 Pro. Now, that's a big concern, because I'm sure that's one of the many reasons why someone may actually go and pick this console up, because they've heard that, well, this game is probably not going to be running very great on current hardware, so people are going to go out and buy, the PS5 Pro and have an opportunity to obviously play the game better. Now, it's probably going to be 4K. I don't know. It's going to be probably 120 Hz as well. I think they're just going to fix it. It's going to be better overall output. Again, I don't know. There was a concern last year. People said that this will bottleneck like crazy. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how the performance is. If it's quite like, if this concept image is, well, I don't know if it is a concept image. I don't know where the origin of this image actually came from. Hideo Kojima, I think his name is, was actually revealed playing on something. He was playing Death Stranding, I think it was, and it's quite obvious something is covered up behind the TV or monitor that he's playing on. It looks to be, some people again are rumoring that this could be the PS5 Pro dev kit that's being hidden, or I don't exactly know. Whatever it is, it's definitely was put there for the photo, because I don't understand why you would actually cover it up. That shit must be putting out some heat, so I'm guessing it was just for the photo to kind of tease something, which, I mean, again, has got a lot and sparked more rumors up. A lot more people like, what is hidden behind that? It's just like a black cover they've decided to put over it. The rumor is that they are playing this. I'm seeing people shocked that the PS5 Pro will be the same, with the same lines added. Very obvious forgot the PS4 had another layer. Tada. Make it a hamburger. The PS4 Pro was quite a bulky console, to be honest with you. It was a bulky ass console. It was a loud console as well. I remember there's videos coming out all over when the console actually launched that it sounded like crap. I mean, the PS4 line of consoles, the PS4 original, Slim, and the PS4 Pro, they all sounded like utter shite. I don't know what it was, but the fans. Now, obviously, you could clean them out and stuff like that, but I just think the fans had something wrong with them. I don't know, because they would ramp up like crazy. Even on the PS4 5 Pro, 4 Pro, sorry. Again, there was videos. I remember when the thing first came out, there was quite a lot of problems with it, especially the loud fan. Being one of them. Now again, the PS5 line has kind of fixed that. I haven't had any real noticeable sort of loud ass fan noises with my PS5. I'm glad, to be honest with you, because I don't want that. I don't want to be able to hear the fan ramping up like crazy. I'd experience that I'd expect something like that with a PC, because we're cooling down quite a lot. But with a console, I kind of expect it to be quite mellow. Get a good fan in there, boom, get better cooling, stuff like that. Do anything you can to try and ramp that noise of that fucking fan down, because again, sometimes that shit can get annoying. But yeah, there's loads of rumors coming out. Again, there's apparently going to be a tactical. I think it's going to be, from what I'm seeing of all these rumors and all these pictures and stuff like this, it's going to be the exact same thing as the PS5 Slim. However, just in like the PS5 Slim is going to, or the PS5 Pro is going to be in the body of a Slim. Apparently, it will have a removable disc drive as well, which is cool, I guess. If you really want to, you can buy I'm guessing there's going to be a digital version and a disc version of this. I mean, then again, if it was a Pro model, I'd kind of expect them just to release a disc version. However, who knows? It'd be cool to actually have them release both, though, I guess. The disc version obviously being notably cheaper. I think it's like, what, $100 cheaper, something like that, without that disc drive. Then again, that compromise to a lot of people isn't worth it, so they don't really like going down that route, which is very understandable, to be honest with you, because, well, yeah. But yeah, the PS5 Pro does look pretty cool. It does. Again, I don't really know the specs of how on earth this will run, or what will run well on this. That is out there. Apparently, this is what will 2 terabyte storage model. Now, I think Xbox actually just came out with a 2 terabyte console. Runs cool. Yes, I'd hope it run cool. I'd hope it didn't run warm or hot, because that probably wouldn't be a good thing. Not going to be noisy. I kind of expected that as well. We are kind of in that generation now where, come on, Sony, you need to do something about them fans. I know a lot of people reported the PS4 Pro being a very noisy console. It's quite a bulky console, to be honest. That very bulky. Had a lot for it. RDNA 4 Advanced Ridge. Apparently, this is like Sony's version of ray tracing. I think they're going really hard with it, which is pretty cool to hear. I like to see this, and I want to see what Sony's cooking up with this sort of stuff. Ultra Boost, improving old titles. So I'm guessing it's like what Xbox has. Xbox has FPS Boost, which older titles will be able to actually FPS boost, so they'll be able to play at 60 frames per second. Ultra Boost mode, improving... Oh, that's the same. Every game submitted for certification in August or beyond will be compatible with the PS5 Pro. Ooh, okay, then that's pretty cool. Why do they always have to mention the cooling? Yeah, I don't know. The PS5 is a high-end... The PS5 Pro is a high-end PS5. Yes, I'd kind of hope it was a high-end PS5. I don't know the price range. No, I think the PS4 Pro was like $400 or $399, I think. Which is a lot cheaper than I expect, but then again, I don't know. I think the Xbox Series X, one of the Xbox Series X's they're releasing as a 2 terabyte version, is $599. So my guess, it's probably going to be around maybe the mid 400 to 500, late 500 range. I think the PS5 actual like slim and the normal version, well, you can't buy the normal version anymore. I don't think, like officially from Sony, I don't think you can actually buy that anymore. They've completely, you can buy it on eBay and stuff like that. It's still very much circulating around the original design. And some people, again, prefer the original design of the PS5 to the design that they've come out with, the slim design, the more compact design. Standard PS5 memory runs at 448 gigabytes per second. PS5 Pro runs 28% more. GPU rendering 45% faster, and it will be larger and use a faster system memory to help improve ray tracing in games. So I'm guessing this is where they're sort of maybe testing stuff. I think that's what a lot of the mid-gen refreshment consoles are for. They're sort of testing their hardware for the next-gen consoles. Not obviously, they're not maybe end up going to use the hardware that's in the PS5 Pro, but they're testing the hardware and saying, okay, this hardware is capable. We want something 10 times more powerful than this hardware, because again, consoles are going to be getting to the point where they're starting to come up and keep up with PC. Again, the PC will always be in front when it comes to hardware sense, unfortunately, because, well, again, they get it, they can swap out, and they get a new piece of hardware PC every 1 to 2 years. So again, they're always getting that refreshment. You're not getting that sort of stuff from consoles. It's a 7-year life cycle, unless you buy the Pro model of that console. So again, it's very understandable that these consoles are going to get a lot weaker, and again, it's a sad reality, but again, but hopefully in the future these consoles can kind of keep up with PC and stay on a little bit of the track. Again, consoles are significantly faster than what they were 10 years ago. We've jumped quite a fair amount in performance. Mode targeting 3.85 GHz CPU frequency, which is 10% more than the basic PS5. Again, these are leaked specs. probably not even true to begin with. I don't even think I don't know, but they apparently are having a showcase in September. They are a little bit late on the showcase, but again, that makes me more reason to believe that the PS5 Pro is actually real, because they delayed it. Again, for the PS5 Pro, Sony will offer developers the ability to pick between a standard mode or a high CPU frequency mode. More powerful ray tracing architecture, where the speed here is up to 3 times better than the standard PS5. If these are very true, that's a lot of things to be boasting about. Let's hope. Additional 1.2 gigabytes system memory on the PS5 Pro, 13.7 compared to 12.5 on the basic PS5. This may support PS5 Spectral Super Resolution, PSSR Super, support Sony's upscaling tech to NVIDIA. Oh yeah, it's that competing sort of thing to NVIDIA's DLSS. We'll see how that goes well. And AMD's FSR. Now, I think Microsoft, I don't know if they're going to do their own. I think Microsoft will probably stick to using AMD FSR, unless that'd be kind of wild if they strike the deal with NVIDIA. Xbox, that would be pretty wild. But again, Xbox hasn't really announced their next console after this, so who knows what route they're actually going to end up going down. And then again, Sony hasn't even announced anything to really do with the PS5 Pro. It's more just a rumor than anything, which I guess is pretty cool. Custom architecture for machine learning on the PS5 Pro, which supports 300 teraflops. This architecture, PSSR, which replaces the game's existing temporal anti-aliasing or upsampling implementation with full HDR support, working to support resolutions up to 8K. Oof. I'm guessing they're going to end up testing a lot of these things. I mean, 4K, I remember when 4K wasn't really the standard when it came to consoles. Like, we've gone up quite a fair bit. 1080p used to be the standard, and again, it still is for some people. I still use a 1080p monitor. And then this is when 4K was kind of like very high end. Now 4K has kind of become like slightly, it's moving up to the standard. And then 8K is on the high end. And I can say in a few years' time, maybe 10 years' time or so, towards the end of this, 2029, something like that, for 8K TVs will be, they'll be pretty cheap to buy. They won't be incredibly expensive. I would love to. That would be pretty cool. 8K, the quality on that is incredible. But yeah, for gaming at the moment, they're kind of pointless because, again, consoles can't really support it, and neither can. Again, PCs have only just been able to play 4K at well over 100 FPS. Again, obviously a console has insane optimization. Of course it's going to win PC in that sense, but a PC has only just been able to cross the line of actually like 4K, very, very like 200 or so FPS, with the 4090. And I you know what? I really want to know what they're going to release with the 5090. That is probably going to blow the fucking water park. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're actually straight on trying to just, if they can possibly do it, to 8K. Obviously, gaming on 8K on PC would dent your pockets like fucking incredible. You wouldn't even be able to walk around. They'd be that dented, But I guess that's the power they're going for. PS5 Pro will be far more capable of rendering games with ray tracing enabled. It will likely allow hitting high resolutions and frames in certain titles. Sony is expecting game developers to have a single package that will support both the PS5 and the PS5 Pro consoles. So they're kind of doing a bit like what Microsoft is doing with their consoles. If you're going to release on the Xbox console, you are required to release your game on both consoles. So we'll see how that works. Unless there's like a special PS5 Pro version you don't have to download. That would be quite annoying, or it just realizes the console you're on the game, and then it unlocks that extra sort of bit. I'm kind of excited, to be honest. I might have to pick one up myself. Well, we'll see. We'll see where the PS5 Pro is entering and the realm that it's entering in, because I'm kind of excited for this. It looks magnificent from what I've seen. I'm not a huge fan of the PS5 Slim, but again, if this is true, a lot of this stuff, it's mostly leaks. We'll see. Again, most of these specs, these are all rumors. In fact, I think the concept or the image that's floating around could well possibly be a rumor as well. But again, I would love to see the PS5 Pro doing incredible things. Outperforming a 5090, highly doubt that will happen. I don't even know if the RTX 3050 is actually going to be releasing this year. I don't know. Surely it is, right? The 3050, did I say? The 5090? I don't know. May launch sooner than expected. I don't know when they're going to be releasing. I'm presuming it's going to be towards the end of the year. When they release, I couldn't tell you a date or the month. It would be smarter to release them during Christmas and stuff like that when people are buying stuff. But it could be towards next year. I don't know. The 5090 would be, again, probably one of the most powerfulest GPUs ever. So yeah, it's more of a rumor on that side as well. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend buying a. Well, actually, no. The thing that's good with PCs is whenever a new GPU comes out. So if say the RTX 5090 comes out, the RTX 4090 becomes significantly cheaper. In fact, the RTX 3090 is really cheap, to be honest now. I think it's like lost nearly half of its, just over half of its original price. It's very cheap. The 3090. I mean, the power isn't really there, to be honest with you, because again, it's not like greatly powerful, to keep up with games now. But it's up there, man. It's up there. And the 4090 is, I think that's lost a fair bit of its price again, and it can probably continue to lose a fair bit of its price as well. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to. I really would love to see how these compete. The 5090 and the PS5 Pro. That'll be a great bench. Obviously, the 5090 will wipe the floor with it, but it will be pretty interesting to see nonetheless. But again, these are rumors. These are more people who coming out and saying stuff. There definitely isn't a rumor that there's going to be a showcase this year. They've just kind of left it kind of late. They haven't really said anything about it, so I guess again we'll be getting one towards the end of the year, and I think the reason why it may be delayed, like many other people think too, is because of the PS5 Pro. But again, we'll have to see if all these rumors are true. Who knows?